I would rather have a mind opened by wonder than one closed by belief. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Seema Chhoriya, and I welcome you all to another insightful session on great principles. Joining me today in conversation is a very wonderful educator of the day, Dr. Sapna Agrawal, Director, Edge Academy, Kota. We are very excited to have her. She's a YouTuber, she's a passionate educator. She has a lot of insights to share, and we are very excited to unveil her journey. So let's hear it from Dr. Sapna Agrawal. Welcome, ma'am. We are super excited to have you today with us.
Hi, Seema. It's such a pleasure to be here at the Great Principles platform. I think everybody wants to view and view the Great Principles show. Even I've been watching it very closely.
Wow, this truly, boosts the entire team, and we are so happy to hear this. Thank you so much for the start. So let us begin by knowing your journey, ma'am. So what I know about you is you started back the decades back, your journey as an educator, and you're very contented and happy in whatever you're doing. So tell me, ऐसा क्या है वो कौन सा इंस्पिरेशन है जो आपको यहाँ पे इस एजुकेशन वर्ल्ड में इतना ग्लूड रखता है? Let us hear it from you, ma'am.
Okay, to everyone, sabhi ki jeevan mein na, it starts from mom. So my mom was a working woman and she was an educator, but I never wanted to be in the field of education because I always felt, there's a lot of struggle in the teachers' lives. So though she was teaching higher classes, but I felt like mujhe is field mein nahi jana hai. But got married to an army officer. I'll cut the long story short. And when I got married to an army officer, I think teaching in schools is something which comes so naturally. So I started like any other army officer's wife, but very soon with his postings, I sort of got stable over here in Kota, and then initially I was working with the school, and now I'm the founder principal of that school. Now the school has a couple of branches. I started working as a principal, and then he moved away. My husband was moving from his one transfer to the other, and in between came Kargil war. So at that point of time, we had given it a thought that, I'm going to settle down over here and we're going to come up with something where we can actually help many more children. And then in the year somewhere 2010 late, we established Edge Academy. I joined this academy full time a little late because I was still working. So after his retirement, he established this academy, and I joined him a little late.
All right. So, ma'am, you started telling me that in the teacher's journey, there are a lot of struggles. So, tell me, ma'am, what kind of struggles are there, and how do these teachers wonderfully overcome this? मतलब personal life को side में रख के, how do they put up the bright face and smile every day and shape so many lives?
In fact, that's the mission of my life. I really don't want teachers and struggle to be together. Why should there be pain? Why should there be only a poor teacher's face or a struggling teacher's face? In fact, that's the mission I've taken, and I really want to impact quite a few lives, maybe a million lives by 2024. I've already had set, and I'm doing a lot of things around it. So when it is struggle, it is something like the teaching profession doesn't come as a primary choice for everyone. सब लोग इसको sometimes it is a second job or maybe in between job, or just they are doing job because कुछ करना है करने के लिए. So when we don't give importance to certain things ourselves, how will people around us start giving importance? And I've been always educating myself first. It started with me, and then to my teachers when I took over as a school principal. I said, value yourself. When you're coming to school, dress up well, even if it's a school uniform or whatever. Doesn't mean you need to have 100 or 10 saris or 50 saris. Just whatever you have, a dress, value yourself. When you are in the school, they'll say, ma'am, koi phone aayega, bahut important. Way back I'm talking about. I said, why don't people respect that you are in a workplace? In case it's an emergency, it's always, we are always there. How can they just give you a call? Where is this kept? Where is dal ka dabba kept? Where is that? So these things used to bug me a lot. And I started empowering my own teachers. At that point of time, I had near 240 teachers. And right from playgroup school to that time, the school was till 10th. And then I grew the school up to K-12. And it actually charged me a lot. It gave me a lot of energy. Yes, it made a lot of difference to teachers' lives. And when I used to say that, struggles around my mother life, the struggle was not, she was always very, very, so crisply dressed. I can't even think of dressing the way she used to dress herself. I mean, so much of elegance. But when I say struggle, it is like, I mean, of course, I mean, the days were different. So, traveling, moving from one place to the other, coming back and doing work at home, because my place, I didn't have help, domestic help at home. So, my mother used to come back, and then she also used to look after us and see that we do very well, whatever we are doing. So, that particular struggle, I felt, no, that should not happen in a lady's life. So, the men should also help, though my father used to help. I mean, my father is there. I've lost my mom, but my father was a great help to my mom always. In fact, he never shied, even helping her in washing clothes and doing the other things. That's what we've seen ourselves. And even I've grown up, our two boys that way. They can do all house chores, even if they are doing very well, whatever they are doing. So their wives will be happy in case they are hearing.
Wow. This answer actually stole my heart. Beautifully and very honest answer. Yes, teaching is not always the first choice, very rightly said. But once you are into it, once a teacher, forever a teacher for your lifetime, because you cannot stay beyond seeing the smiles of wonderful faces. And I really like the thought of teaching the boys all the household chores also. It's so important. Why should it's no more gender biasness now. It's not only the girl's role. We should always train our boys. This is a wonderful takeaway. So to all my dear viewers, I'm also a mother of a son, so it's applicable to me also, that we should ensure that our both the kids, even a girl or boy, equally contribute to all kinds of chores, and we should give exposure to our girl child also as much as we give to the boy. Even today, I mean, there are some kind of discrimination happening, what for the kind of things that we are enrolling our children. Yes, my daughter plays football, and I'm very proud of it, that yes, she plays among so
Great.
many boys. So this is the kind of thing that we all should look forward at. Really, this answer was something which actually made me realize that yes, there are struggle in every kind of profession, but it's all about, as ma'am is doing, value yourself, feel good about it, and it automatically brings the charm in. Wow.
Yes, yes.
So moving ahead to my next question, talking about children and teaching them different things, there is one thing about this Gen Z. They have a lot of ready-made stuff, spoon feeding, hand holding, ayahs, and everyone all around them helping them. And there are schools which are no less than 5 stars. Even the residential school have laundry and all, everything available, locker facilities. So tell me, man, what should we do with this generation? हम इनको कैसे सिखाएंगे skills जिनसे वो self reliant बने, independent बने? After all, we are not always there. There is a difference. When I and you were young, our parents had a lot of responsibilities shared on us. Today, things are a little different. We don't give responsibility to our children. So throw some light on this.
Yes, I mean, it's not only about those five-star schools or the Gen Z. Everybody, in fact, even middle class parents, they're telling their children. I see in schools, they say, you first पहले पढ़ाई कर लो, बाद में कुछ भी घर का काम करना. So the घर का काम is not, I mean, part of life at all. So this generation, yes, I completely agree to you. बहुत ज़्यादा आराम वाली जिंदगी है, but I would disagree to one fact that they're not responsible. They have a lot of responsibilities at heart. I'm a I mean, generation kind of a person. I really see when parents come and tell me, इनको कोई चिंता नहीं है अपने भविष्य की. I said they have a lot of chinta in their heart. It's only they think in a different way, and probably they haven't given a definition which you understand. So when it is this particular generation, all we have to do is we have to give them a lot of awareness about the variety of career options or variety of entrepreneurial areas, because they want to come up with a lot of startups and they want to be YouTubers. They want to, many of them, yes, that's wrong. They want to have an overnight success. So nothing comes overnight. What we see overnight is what we see. Actually, there's a lot of struggle behind it. So yes, it is our responsibility. Even if we are not, we are keeping them very carefully, very shared. We just need to make little efforts to make them see what is happening all around. That's it. I mean, in case we can make them shoulder a lot of responsibilities, be at home or be at work, because now with this national policy of education, no, there is something called as vocational education. So I was just talking with some parents. I said vocational education is okay, but whenever there is a holiday and everybody, all parents have big and small businesses. I said, why don't you take your child and let the child actually experience what is happening at the grassroots level? So that is also kind of a vocational experience which a child is going to gain. And they said, नहीं नहीं मैम उसको पढ़ाई करने दो, फिर उसको जो करना है वो बड़े होके करेंगे. I mean, that is करेंगे, but let the child have an opportunity to experience कैसे काम होता है नीचे, because I was talking to one of the father who has a tire retreating business. So he said, नहीं मैम बहुत गंदा काम है हमारा. I said, nothing like that. You know, you're earning, you're supporting your family with that. And so that is my thought process कि ये generation को बहुत चिंता है कि इनको definition देनी नहीं आती है, how to express their feelings to their parents, and which we have to make them aware of.
एब्सोल्युटली। सो स्माइली और इमोजी की इस जनरेशन को स्माइलीज और इमोजीज ने इतना कैच कर लिया है कि दे आर नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्रेस। मैम वी वेरी राइटली सेड एंड आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड which is needed. Parents and children need to sit and talk to each other. And yes, I think I need to agree with you. They have a lot of thought behind what they want to do. क्योंकि इनके लिए तो फ्यूचर वो है जो किसी को पता ही नहीं है। वी ऑल आर नॉट अवेयर कि हम तैयार किसके लिए कर रहे हैं बच्चों को, कौन से किस तरीके के करियर ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल होंगे। Maybe what we are talking may become obsolete later, right?
In fact, by 2030, I completely agree. There'll be so many technology jobs. I'll talk about technology jobs first, or technology businesses, which probably haven't even started. Not even a thought has started. So we all need to be ready. कि कुछ तो नया होने ही वाला है, कुछ तो नया होगा. So, and we need to just, I mean, whatever we are teaching in schools with a lot of life skills is going to become. I mean, I remember I am a science pass out, but whatever I learned in arts and humanities and the other skills, I mean, that is scaffolding me. That is actually helping कि हम कैसे बने रहें, वो pillar मजबूत बन गया है. So that is it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, you beautifully mentioned about taking the children to your workplaces. I think that's a wonderful idea of showing them how the real world is, what is the work life like. And now, when we have like children can work together, and even NEP talks about, as ma'am also mentioned, about workation and also kind of things, project based learning, and they can earn while studying also. Now we have Shark Tank even for the kids. They
Oh,
are pitching at Shark Tank. So there are wonderful things happening around. So world is full of opportunities, parents and viewers. It's about us, how we are presenting it to our children. So wonderful thoughts shared by ma'am here. Moving ahead to our next question. So we were talking about children and education. पढ़ाई पहले कर लो, ये जो पढ़ाई पहले कर लो, ये statement हर घर में होता है। बेटा पहले पढ़ लो फिर खेल के आ जाना। So you know what it means. I mean, is it that कि हम सक्सेस को केवल हाई परफॉर्मेंस से मेजर करते हैं, बेटर स्कोर से मेजर करते हैं? क्या ये ऐसा होता है? I mean, sky is full of stars, but there are dim stars also. So you know, I mean, ये सिर्फ 6 डिजिट सैलरी है जो हमें अट्रैक्ट करती है या फिर क्या है? So I would like to know from you, what about the other children, those who are not the shining stars? What about the dim ones?
in fact, Seema, I mean, that's a very, very interesting question. Success तो कहीं 6 digit salary से तो कहीं आता ही नहीं है, because if it is, I mean, we just saw कि javelin throw में नीरज he won the gold medal. Just imagine, I mean, salary तो कहीं पर आएगा ही नहीं, and there are so many musicians. अभी हमने Thompson Cup जीता, you know, so we are celebrating all those who are doing very good in sports or performing arts or fine arts or anything. But when it comes to our own children, no, पता नहीं कहीं पर ऐसा क्यों हो जाता है कि हम बोलते हैं नहीं पहले बहुत सेफ करियर्स, दो स्टैंडर्ड बड़े सेफ करियर्स, यू चूज वन ऑफ देम, आफ्टर दैट यू वंस यू स्टार्ट, सो एवरीबडी इज इनटू दैट थिंग, तुम सेटल हो जाओ. आई मेड अ स्मॉल लिटिल वीडियो, आई सेड ओनली डस्ट सेटल्स, नथिंग एल्स सेटल्स. मतलब बच्चे कैसे सेटल हो सकते हैं? दे choose something, they reach, they achieve something, and then they have to very quickly move ahead. So जो सक्सेस साइकिल है या सक्सेस का प्रोसेस है, it never allows to settle down. So, you know, my say for 6 digit salary, I mean, it could go up to any digit salary. Now, a lot of children, they have started taking interest in even the financial market. I mean, that is something very interesting for me. One of the child walked up to me and said, ma'am, do you have a demat account? I said, come on. I mean, this child asking me, 11th class 11. And I said, I do, but why are you asking me? He says, ma'am, actually, I earned very good this year. So this year has been very successful for me. I was like, actually, that's great. So, you know, children have started thinking. So I asked him, do your parents know? So he said, ma'am, to be very honest, I started with 500 rupees from my pocket money. And I'm going to give a surprise to my parents, and then I'm going to declare that I have. So this child was taking all the risk all alone. So now, when it is success, I mean, I would like to tell you that, you know, I have been, apart from being an educator, so it's like experimenting yourself. So I've been doing my experiments, becoming a speaker, trying to participate in various competitions. Recently I won an award called as Iconic Trainer. So this is a junior JCI, a Junior Chamber International platform that is US based. My first training for that, I had gone to way back. I had gone to Florida, but after that, the competitions happen in India also. So some people will ask me, "Ma'am, why are you entering into this kind of competition? You're already a speaker." I said, just to challenge and test myself. So no, we spend to participate. Then nothing comes except that fulfillment. So for parents, it's very important for us to understand. एक तरफ पेरेंट्स बोल रहे हैं कि तुमको पैसे की चिंता नहीं करनी है, तुम पढ़ाई करो और जो करना है वो करो. But the moment it comes to, after their class 12, the first thing which comes is they have to get selected somewhere. And those very famous, I am from Kota, so those very famous competitive exams which come to their mind. But then it's okay to expect, but it's okay to also see that, in case they're competing, everybody must compete. It's okay. In case they're successful, we'll all celebrate. In case not, nothing lost. A lot of information and knowledge has come. Now they're going to use it somewhere else. And we have a lot of startups, I mean, which probably got pitched in Kota, and then, they got scaled somewhere else in the country. So there are a lot of success stories. For me, I'm always with the children.
Certainly, and the way you mentioned that at your school you are celebrating all kind of achievers. So this shift is very beautiful, which I'm seeing in many schools, many institutions have taken up. Everyone is not boasting about this much percentage, this much academic score. People are also, sharing that a certain child is an influencer. That person is a YouTuber. He's a sports person. He's an athlete. So, actor. So there are different kind of shift which is being seen at school display also. When you enter the school, you have a gallery of achievers and different achievements are there, which automatically, shows parents somewhere that, yeah, my child can be different. It need not be academics only. So this shift is something which I really looking forward, and I'm sure all the schools are soon going to adopt to it. And yes, I think from ma'am's answer, if I would just build up a crux,
We
which
allow
was
me
like,
to just add another line to it? Is it
sure,
okay?
sure,
Yeah. So, there's a lot of respect for that 90% club, because the children put a lot of effort into that. It isn't that, we just can't say that they are not putting effort, but there's a lot of love and respect for the rest of them, because there is some skill which is there, and all we need to do is that we just to help them with that talent. That's it. So, some children might feel ma'am is against percentages. No, I'm not. I love
absolutely,
everybody.
Yeah, someone is scholar, but not everyone. If Sachin Tendulkar also focused on becoming an all-rounder, apart from batting, he wouldn't have been a perfect best batsman ever. So this is the kind of thing. You cannot be everything. You cannot be good at everything. But yes, as you rightly said, to achieve 90% also, it's a huge effort is required, and children do put in habit. So with due respect to all the achievers there, that is a different kind of achievers. But yes, the others, those who are doing well in other fields, as you said, every child has skills. It's up to us as educators and parents to bring out that, to groom that, and give them that confidence. And just to close this answer with one more thing is that, ours was the generation of follow the instruction, but this is the generation of find your own story, build your own story. So if we really want to do that, we need to support our children and with their thought process. So beautiful takeaways from ma'am answer. Now we have reached to a very interesting segment of the show. This is called rapid fire round. So ma'am, here you have to answer me in one word or a statement would do.
I'll
Okay.
try to, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here comes my first question. Tell us about a funny or a weird incident in your life.
There's so many. One of the most funny, okay, I have to answer in one word, no? I fell from the
One
cycle.
statement would do. Yeah. Yeah.
One statement. I fell down from the bicycle.
Okay. So was it in front of the students or how was it?
It was just a few years ago when at this age I was trying to bicycle. So I couldn't balance. I thought I could. So that is it. Yeah.
All right. So see,
Everybody
children,
laughed.
it's
Everybody saw, everybody laughed. The ma'am wants to try.
uh, so see, children, it's all okay to fall, to get up again. So these kind of incidents happens with everyone. There is nothing to be ashamed of. So that is the reason that we ask this question. Coming up to the next one, how do you spend your recreational time? What kind of activities are you involved in?
Okay, I mean, everybody's going to listen to it, but I love to sleep. I love to actually sleep whenever I get time. Sleep.
So sleep is kind of meditation from man. She rejuvenates
Yes.
while she's sleeping,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Coming up to the next question. What is Kota famous for? You are in this city for so many years. What is that you love about it?
This city welcomes children from all places across the country and even overseas. So that is one thing which I love about this city. Another thing is we have very good food over here. So the second word, and third, we get wonderful saris. I'm not wearing a Kota sari today. I remembered, I would have been wearing. We get lovely, beautiful Kota saris over here. So there's a lot of good work over here.
Wow.
Come
So
over.
to dear
Seema,
me,
do come over.
yeah,
I'll be the host. I would love
certainly.
to be the host. Yeah.
Oh, I would love to. And I'm also a fan of Kota dresses. They have their own charm, right? All right. Coming up to my next question now. Besides education and besides sleeping, of course, what are the other activities that interests you?
Okay, I am an avid reader. So why I said sleep, because I get little lesser time to sleep. So I choose to. So whenever we are traveling, I like, even if it's a flight. After some time, seeing after the out of the window and all, I choose to sleep. I'm an avid reader, so I like to read a variety of books. I mean, I don't leave any book, even if it's a new textbook which has come. Sometimes specimens and all. I definitely like get I get indulged into books, so I'm an avid reader. I like to read. Another thing which I like to do is I'm a people's person, so I like to talk a lot. Visiting to a lot of people. Um, I mean, even when it was COVID, through online webinars, I tried to meet at least one new person every single day. Try to learn and understand, try to talk, try to listen. So I'm a very highly people's person, talking to my parents, talking to children, talking to everybody. So there are two things, and that's it. I think that should suffice. I
All
don't look
right.
like that, but I also like to exercise. I I do. I don't look like that, but yes, I do.
Exercises, it what keeps our mind and body also fit. It's not always about having that perfect body, but it mentally gives you that peace that yes, today I am did my part of, and I feel that thing, some adrenaline rush is there inside me, and that actually boosts us a lot. So moving ahead to my next question in this segment. Name an educationist that you look upon for your inspiration, advice, and support.
Okay, so I do not know if many people would know. So she was also an army wife, and Mrs. Chauhan, and so I met her in Bikaner. Right. So not many people, because she's no more. Uh, so so that is why I met, and she's fun person who inspired me a lot. And when you talk about educationists, so I really got inspired by Bala Subramaniam sir also. He's one speaker whom everybody knows about, and I mean, I'm very happy when he looks at me and he tells me that I'm doing good. So, Bala Subramaniam, sir, I would like to mention. A great person again.
Wonderful. So coming up to the last question in this segment, one tip for our parents and student to speak like a pro public speaker.
Oh, that's very important. How to be a pro public speaker is, well, I teach many times. Do you want me to do it in one sentence or one word for
No, ma'am,
this?
you can use it. I mean,
Okay.
please.
I'll try to make it as small as possible. So it's very simple. I mean, let's start with 30 seconds, build it up to 1 minute, and then 3 minutes. So any child, because speaking, effective public speaking is for 3 minutes. So if you can do it for 3 minutes, it's easier to speak for 30 minutes. It's tough to speak for smaller time. So, in bits and pieces, keep building up yourself. We need to also have a lot of control on our breath, like the artists and singers do. So even public speakers, we need to control, do a lot of breathing exercises. We need to be very composed, calm and composed when we are doing. We need to be very peaceful and happy when we are speaking, because it reflects. In case you're sad inside, it'll reflect on the face. And another thing, there is a lot of preparation behind every good public speaker. It looks like as if they just speak flawlessly and they don't read and they don't. But then there's a lot of effort which goes behind. And train yourself, train yourself, train yourself, and things start coming all in place. That's it.
Wow, that's a wonderful tip, of course, because it talks about the power of compounding. Start with 30 seconds, then 1 minute, then 33 minutes, then
Three
you
three
can go
minutes.
on and train, 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 because the effect of training comes gradually, step by step. Every day there's a little progress, and to see the major change, you need to actually do it for a very, very longer period of time. So wonderful tip shared by ma'am here, and you all could see the huge smile on her face because this is her favorite area and she's an expert in that. So to all my dear viewers, if you really want to see how efficient speaker she is, go ahead and check out her channel, I Big Wonder Intelligence School. I hope suppose I have said the channel name correct. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So it's a
absolutely
YouTube.
right, Seema. Yeah, it is I Big Wonder. That is how I call. Yeah.
So I Big Wonder Intelligent School. It's a YouTube channel of hers. Go and check it out. You will get a lot of insights and a lot of clarity will be there on various topics in education. Also, the recent one I think was something about experiential learning, which was uploaded by ma'am. So there are a lot of amazing topics out there. Do check it out and get a lot of pro tips more. So now on this lovely note, we have reached out to the last question of the show, which is called the viewer's choice question. So my viewer says that that memories are an important part of our lives. We hold on to good and smile, and bad ones fills with remorse. Failures, separations, loss, and sometimes even lack of confidence can change a happy day into a sad one. Could you shed some light on how can we emphasize on a positive outcome in a difficult situation?
Uh, it's not very difficult, Seema, because everybody has difficult situations in life. In fact, in case somebody says we don't have any problem situation, it's not to be believed. There are, maybe we are hiding, maybe we don't want to share with the others. So when it is a positive reflection, or to have a positive mindset when we are in a difficult situation, number one, it's I mean, I come from an armed forces background. So, what could be tougher than being in a situation of war? And I have read a lot of stories. I think I haven't left any war book about, or there are books like The Brave, Paramveer Chakra, and all. So when you hear about these people, so there is so much which is happening in front of them. There's so much which has happened behind them. They are in a conflict or maybe a problem situation. We need to segment our brain, and that is my formula also. It does happen. Sometimes, though I avoid, I mean, it's good to be humble, but, sometimes somebody confronts. So I segment my mind. I said, one option is I shout back, come on the same level. There's no point doing that. Number two, let the person speak, drain out, and maybe I get a time to give my point. And third, let me be firm on whatever I am. Somebody has to label me good or bad. That's their choice. I don't need to label myself, maybe because I was standing with the right option. So, we need to segment our brains. So, that is one thing. Another thing, like in army, it's the army way or the military way, which I would like to tell everybody is to have a positive mindset is that you always and always, once the war ends, there's going to be happy days. We are going to go back and meet the family. That is what these men when my husband was in Kargil war, I'm sure they all of them were thinking like that. Many of them got opportunity to come back, and many of them came back, but as martyrs. So it's perfectly fine. So we need to always have a. I mean, what are we going to do after this? So there'll be situations, there'll be tough times. These children, those who are appearing for board exams, some of them may have done very well, some of them may not have done that well as they expected, but it's perfectly fine. We have variety of options for them. That's okay. The military way works.
Wonderful. Hearing you, I really realized that it is how important it is to share real life stories with our children, to share autobiographies, to make them read autobiographies, that how person's life moved from, it's a roller coaster, up, down, round and round, and then the smooth path comes. So there is everyone's life is like that. So there is much to learn. And Dr. Sapna today has shown us the way to instill positive mindset in difficult situations, also to have confidence, to face with bravery. Life is unexpected. There will always be some pitfalls, but it is on us whether we want to stand back or we just want to keep lying down in the lay. So it was wonderful session. We had a lot of insights. The smile throughout, the energy throughout was amazing. It was great to interact with you, and I'm sure my viewers are going to gain a lot today. Thank you so much for your time with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Seema, to give me this opportunity to be here at the Great Principles platform and to be with you and to be able to talk with you. Thank you so much. Sometime we meet in person too.
Certainly, and I'm looking forward to that. So, thank you so much. And once again, to all my dear viewers, do not forget to check out Mam's channel. You are going to get a lot of learning from there too. So, thank you so much. See you all again on another insightful session on great principles coming soon. Thank you.